Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I've got a very exciting video because in this video I will give you 15 different knitting patterns for the autumn/winter season. I have made sure with all of these patterns that they are size inclusive. I have a mix of paid and free patterns, and that I did not choose only the big designers but also some small ones, so don't always just go for the obvious choice. So hopefully you might find someone that you really like, you've never heard about, and you really like the pattern and you want to get it. So that is the goal of this video. I have got a handy notepad down here, that is why I am looking down, so I can give you all of the information. And if you are interested in a pattern, I link everything down below, just like my Ravelry page and my Instagram handle. You can go and head over there and follow me, which would make me really happy. And I think we can jump right in. So I have divided this video into 3 categories, and the first one is sweaters, and the first sweater that I have is the Roslyn sweater by Josephine and Carlotta HW. This is a paid pattern, but it ranges from an XXS to a 5XL, so a very big size range. It is a raglan and it's got a positive ease between 8 to 20 centimeters. It is a merino and mohair blend, and it is ribbed, and I think it just looks absolutely gorgeous. I am contemplating making this one myself. It is in my Ravelry queue because I think it just kind of a staple piece. It's really simple, but it's got an intricate design with the ribbed pattern. So, and also the color, of course, of the sample piece is, it just screams autumn, at least for me. The next pattern that I have is the Merkel pullover. I hope I'm pronouncing this correctly, by Marie Gannon. This is also a paid pattern. It ranges between an XS to a 5XL, and it's got these beautiful bell sleeves, which I think just looks absolutely stunning. And the stitch pattern that she uses is the sand stitch, and I think that is where the interest really comes into play, because it's not just plain stockinette, it's got a stitch pattern, and I just think that it's absolutely gorgeous. The next sweater that I have for you is Kurti, I'm not quite sure how to pronounce that, by Orlana Suke. Sorry again, I'm not a professional in pronouncing names from different countries. This is a very light color worked sweater. I think you can really dress this up or down if you want to. You can also swap the colors in between the color work and start with one color and have like a fade. If you want to get into color work, I think this is a great way to start because it only uses one color in the sample piece. It has 10 sizes, so again a very big range, and I think it's not boring, let's put it that way. It's not a boring color work, but it's also not too flashy. It's very subtle and light. The fourth sweater that I have for you is called Canadian Winter Pullover by Iwiknit. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly again, Toronto. And this is actually a free pattern, and I could not believe my eyes when I saw that this was a free pattern, because it just looks so good. Again, it's a very simple color work. You can make it as intricate as you want with colors. You can play around. The ease is between 4 and 6 inches, so quite a lot, and the sizes range from an XS to a 4XL. So with that extra ease, you can either make it tighter to your body by going a size down, or you can make it looser if you have a bigger chest, because of the added ease. I think it's a very beautiful design, and I will definitely make one of them. The last pullover that I have in this category is one that is quite famous and well known, but there is reason why it is this way, and it is the Billy pullover by Sari Nordland. She is an amazing designer. I have got quite a lot of her patterns, and this project is not a light one. I've seen so many people make this in so many really gorgeous colours. I want to make one for myself, but I also have heard that it is quite a hefty boy and you really need to put some time and effort in because it is a cabled sweater. You have 9 sizes and you have between 1 and 4 inches of positive ease, so again you can make it bigger or smaller, tailored to your body if you, well, can do it. I mean, one inch of positive ease really is not a lot, so it's rather skin tight, which I quite like with my sweaters. Not all the time, but I quite like it. That was the first category. Now we are moving on to the long sleeves, and the first long sleeve that I have is the Biella, I think that is correct, sweater by the Knit Pearl Girl. Sophie she's called. This is a paid pattern and I just really like it. I like my long sleeves to be quite skin tight. I know that's not everybody's cup of tea, but I like them, and because of the rib texture that this long sleeves presents, it makes it like it cinches you in just in the right places. The size range is 10 sizes and it is great for skirts. I think when you have something skin tight you need something looser at the bottom, and I think it would look really beautiful with just like a flowy skirt, and I can just see myself wear something like this in autumn, like a knee length skirt underneath some tights and this shirt on top. So the next pattern that I have for you is actually not a long sleeve, it is actually a short sleeve, but I guess you can always make it into a long sleeve, and it is the Notting Hill by the Normal Thread, and this is actually a free pattern. It's a very subtle and light colour worked t-shirt, but I think you can make it longer to have it as a long sleeved shirt, I guess. Because of this sort of colour work, I think you can really dress it up or down with something funky going on in the downstairs department, like a really cool flowy skirt or some really poppy trousers or something like this. You can even go with like brown trousers and then some like nude coloured top with the colour work in a brownie colour as well. I bet that would look incredible. The sizes, you got 10 different sizes and it's free. Like, what more can you want? So next up we have the Lumi sweater by Originally Lovely, and this is a free pattern. I do know that you can pay for the pattern as well on her Ravelry page if you want to access it ad-free, but on her website, on her blog, you can access it for free, so that is a win for me. I'm not bothered by the ads. I know some people are, so that is the other option. The sizes range from an XS to a 5XL, and it's got this beautiful lace design at the top where it's a lace yoke, and I think this looks just so incredible with this white because the lace really pops. You can make it as intricate as you want it to be. You can play around with colours, with different textures. You can just have it in a mohair style, whatever you want to do. I think this will look really good where the part is at the top and you have like the plain stuff at the bottom. For example, you wear this white sweater with some black trousers and some boots, something like this, something really simple. I think that would just look incredible. Next up we have the Carl Jonan sweater by Pernil Larsen. Really sorry again. This is a paid pattern. The sizes range from an XS to a 4XL, and it's just a super basic turtleneck, and sometimes I think you really need the basics in your wardrobe for autumn instead of something super funky and crazy. I think this is just a really nice turtleneck. I like my turtlenecks to be tight and quite high. You can fold it over, but you can always just make it shorter and not have it a turtleneck but more of a crew neck. You can really just make anything with this. You could even implement your own colour work, I guess, into a basic pattern like this, or you can make some fancy ribbing, some fancy edging, whatever you want to do. The key with this one is this is the only pattern that has got a saddle shoulder. I have never done a saddle shoulder. I have heard quite a lot about it. I prefer raglans or yokes, mostly raglans because they fit me better than just round yokes. But this is a great alternative if you do not want to seam, which I'm pretty sure none of us really want to do, and you just want one piece working from the top down. And lastly, in this category, we have the Sunde Winter Sweater by Anne Fiskum Sunde. It is a paid pattern. That's quite hard. A paid pattern. The sizes, you got 9 different sizes. It is a striped sweater, and it was really difficult to find a striped sweater. I like when I say long sleeve shirts, I like mine to be tight. That is just a personal preference. I know that this specific pattern is quite loose. It's got positive ease between 23 and 25 centimeters. That is quite a lot. But I think that you can just, because it is a raglan, you can just make it shorter. No harm done. If you want it to be tighter. But like I said, it was so difficult to find a striped sweater, and this is the only one I could come up with, and I could find that is not my favorite things knitwear, because like I said, I wanted to show you some alternative options than just from the really big designers. So this is a great one for you. Lastly, we have the accessory category, and with accessories I hope I have a bit of everything in there. I know there are so many really nice accessories out there. These are just some that I found that I think are pretty nice. The first one is lovely ribbed leg warmers by Pearl Soho. Pearl Soho is an amazing designer. She's got amazing free patterns. I think her most known pattern is the half and half triangle wrap. I hear it everywhere, everyone is making it. I'm not a shawl person, so I don't know if I'll ever make it, but this is the one pattern you hear everyone talk about, and I can see why. But she also got other amazing patterns, and the leg warmers are a great way to implement some of that cozy warm feeling in winter. It is worked in a 2x2 rib. You got 6 different sizes, and you can choose between short and long. So the long ones I think go a bit up to your thigh, and the short ones just to your knees, I think. Don't quote me on that, but even 6 sizes is already amazing for leg warmers, because I don't think that we have that many different leg shapes. But with this 2x2 rib, it really cinches it in, and you hold merino and mohair double, like together, to make like you have 2 strands. So with the mohair, it makes it really warm, and I think you can just either have it like wear it in your own home, or what I also think would look amazing if you wore a skirt and then have them up, like wear them. I think that would also look incredible. The next pattern is also from Pearl Soho. This is also a free pattern, and I cheated a tiny little bit here again, because this is actually a set, and I really wanted to have a hat and some mittens. So this one is the watch cap and mitts. It's an incredible set. I know everyone got their preferences about the hat. I have made the simple ribbed hat, something like this, from Pearl Soho before, but I think this set looks just incredible. It has got 4 different sizes. It ranges from toddlers up to large adults. This is normally the standard sizing that you find, especially with hats. And you work in a 2x2 rib again. I like 2x2 rib. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea. That is totally fine. I think it looks really good. And you have this on the hat and the mittens, and for the mittens you have the option to have a proper mitten with the fingers, or you can just have it cut off by the fingers, so you have it fingerless. The next pattern is called Rustic Cable Socks by Inga. She is known as Knitting Traditions here on YouTube. I really love her podcast, and right now she actually has a discount code going on, so go and check out her latest podcast for this and get this pattern because I think it looks incredible. You have cables on your socks, which is exactly what the name suggests. There is just something that makes me super happy when you have really fancy looking socks. I probably would never wear them because I'm way too scared of ruining them, but just the thought of having cables on your socks that look really delicate and super cool when you just wear them in your house or show them to someone else it's just mind-blowing. It's just amazing. I really like this pattern and I think it just looks incredible. And now for the last two patterns. They are both free patterns again. The first one, they're also both by Drops Design, let's put that out of the way, and the first one is called Winter Smiles Headband. I wanted to have a really simple headband, nothing fancy going on, just a little twist at the front to cover your ears whilst it's cold outside. And this is the size ranges between, so it goes from S and M to M and L and L to XL, so 3 sizes theoretically. I don't know if that still counts as size inclusive because again I don't think we have that like vastly different head sizes, so in my opinion this would be fine. But I guess you can always lengthen or shorten it to your needs if that's what you want to do, if it doesn't fit the pattern, or like if it doesn't fit you what the pattern tells you to do. But again, really simple. I think it would look really cute again on the winter days to protect your ears from the wind. Amazing. So last but not least, we have the Uncharted Territory by Drops Design. Again, this is a free pattern and this name suggests absolutely nothing. If anyone would tell you what it is, like this name, you would have no idea. I'm not sure if this again counts as size inclusive because it only got like 2 or 3 sizes. It's got S and M and then L, but what I do think makes it a bit more size inclusive is that you have the same pattern for women and for men, and there is a difference in head size for the men pattern and the women pattern. So theoretically you do have the option of more sizes, and I think especially with anything that concerns your head, we're all kind of different, and I think just trying it on the way is really important to fit it to you, and blocking is like the solution for most things in life. Not all of them, but most of them. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got some inspiration from it. I'm really sorry that I had to breeze through them, but I wanted to keep this video short and sweet. Again, follow me on Instagram if you're interested in anything else that I make. Go and check out my podcast. I'm having great fun over there, and everything is linked down below if you want to check anything out, and I hope I'm gonna see you next time again. Bye!